Hello and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Thursday, 5 June. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to talk about Chile and Google have signed a first-of-the-kind deal for an undersea cable. Trump has warned that no immediate peace in Ukraine after a call with Vladimir Putin. And Musk has slammed Trump's big, beautiful bill. So firstly, Chile and Google on Wednesday signed an agreement to install the first ever submarine fiber optic cable between South America, Asia, and Oceania by 2027. Chile is currently connected to the US and other continents via an undersea cable, but this new initiative, called the Humboldt Project, is expected to provide faster alternatives. The project is also expected to benefit Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil. The plan is to build a 14,800 kilometre or 9,200 mile cable from Chile to the western coast of Australia, or Sydney, via French Polynesia. The partnership was first announced in January 2024, and Chile's government has said that the cable would have the capacity for 144 terabytes per second and would last for around 25 years. Chile's telecommunications minister said the new cable would also reduce the lapse between sending and receiving a signal, which will cause a big difference in the field of telemedicine. Odd. Google has invested something between 300 million and 550 million US dollars, local officials said. So what? I mean, this is just the next step, right? I think we'll see fiber optic undersea cable becoming more and more common, but also I feel like satellite is going to also become way more common with the likes of Elon Musk's what do you call it? Elon Musk's internet thing. I mind blanking on it this morning. With like that becoming much more effective. So yeah, I think we'll see both. I think we'll see the relaying of undersea cable with fiber optic becoming pretty common, as that it'll be super fast. And I mean, fiber optic cable is becoming more and more common. And then we'll also see a big boost in satellite-based internet, like send and receive. So it's good to see. This will be really good for South America's tech industry. Like, their people have way better internet, way faster. It'll also be good for Australia and the Pacific, as they'll all be connected through French Polynesia and Sydney. So, big win. Sounds cool. I like it. And next, President Donald Trump has spoken again with Vladimir Putin and warned that a Ukrainian ceasefire remains distant. He added that the Russian leader had vowed to retaliate after Kiev attacked Russian bomber airfields. It was good conversation, but not a conversation that will lead to immediate peace, said Trump. He said the call, which lasted about an hour 15, dealt with the attack on Russian docked airplanes by Ukraine and also various other attacks that have been taking place by both sides. President Putin did say, and very strongly, that he will have to respond to the attack on the airfields, and the US president wrote on his Truth social media platform. The call came 3 days after the attack on the airfields, which we've talked about in detail, which destroyed, I think is estimated between like 30 and 40 now from the latest videos that have been put out. A big one. The Kremlin described the call as productive. Good sign. So what? I mean, I continue to be stunned by Donald Trump's ability to pander to Putin, while it's almost certain that Putin is the key to peace in Ukraine, as he's the aggressor, and he can leave at any point. I think Trump's appeasement of Putin is only making the situation worse and giving Putin a much more resilient stance on what he wants in Ukraine. Like, if the US were furthering sanctions, cracking down on second tier countries, which, remember, they have already discussed, like people in the Senate have said they want to do this. Like, that is the key to ending this war, making this war so undesirable for Russia that they have to withdraw, not appeasing them and saying that you understand that they're going to have to retaliate against a very effective strike, which, I mean, everyone knows they're going to do, but, supporting the idea is still a bit of a dick move. I don't understand. Like, Trump's just, I don't know. Trump definitely seems like he's just appeasing Putin at this point. While he claims it's to try and secure a peace deal, I don't know. I don't think it's helping. Seems highly unlikely that that's the way to peace. And lastly, billionaire Elon Musk has delivered a scathing opinion of US President Donald Trump's key tax and spending bill, describing it as a disgusting abomination on X. Tuesday's remarks by Musk, considered to a major ally of Trump, come shortly after he withdrew from the government, his role within Doge. The bill, which Trump has called the Big Beautiful Bill, has so far passed the House of Representatives, but is being held up in the Senate by several Republicans who want more cuts to spending. In the post, he said, "This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it." He added that the bill would massively increase the already gigantic budget deficit to $2.5 trillion and burden American citizens with crushing, unsustainable debt for years to come. In response to his comment, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, "Look, the president already knew where Elon Musk stood on the bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion. This is one big, beautiful bill, and he's sticking to it." So what? Well, I guess the honeymoon period is over for the Musk-Trump relationship, and I mean, this is likely to cause a massive rift between them, and also like tear some pretty like hardline supporters for Trump. I know this puts them in an interesting position, right? Because for the last few months, they've absolutely ridden the Musk Doge train on this is going to bring down spending, but I mean, even now Musk is saying that it's definitely not. So where do these hardline Republicans go? Sadly, it does seem pretty negative for the citizens of America long term, as there's clearly no cuts to spending and you're just borrowing more and more debt. Though, while it's possible, and Trump's claims is that this is going to boost their economy considerably, thereby lowering the deficit. The proof is in the pudding there, and borrowing shitloads more money is probably not the best way to go. But hey, what are you going to do? Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you.